これが真の絶望の姿だ。トルメンタルメンタスで消えだ。
Alright, what is going on, guys? This is your boy the Dash Smasher, and welcome back to another Bleach Brave Souls video. And recently, I finally managed to hit 3,000 subscribers, which is a very big milestone for me. And I would like to thank every one of you guys that have supported me up until now. I will keep on pushing out content for you guys to enjoy, and only for you guys alone, because you guys are the reason why I am still making videos to this day, and why I even enjoy making videos to begin with. So I want to thank you guys once again, and I hope you guys will continue to appreciate my videos that I put out in the near future. But anyways, because I hit 3,000 subscribers, I feel like it is about time to revamp my beginner's guide. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you guys my official Bleach Brave Souls Revamped Beginner's Guide, where I am going to teach you guys every single fundamental that there is to know about the game for beginners and players that are coming back to the game. So, first of all, now you guys are always asking me, hey Dev, how do I have so many orbs? How can I get this many orbs? Well, simply put, it's all about doing events and basically saving them up. Now, I do buy some character packs and ticket packs here and there, but the majority of my orbs are basically grinded free to play, just so you guys know. That is the main question answered for you guys. But now, for the beginner's side, there is a lot of ways to get orbs, which is quite unimaginable, where I don't think that many mobile games actually do that, but the main point is basically maxing out characters, because for each rarity there's always going to be a set number of orbs that you guys can get for whenever you try to max out a character and whatnot, which basically varies for all rarities from 1 stars to 6 stars. And matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you guys the orb count that you can actually get. So from the 1-star characters, which are only acquirable from the story mode, you can basically get 5 orbs from each. So be sure to at least acquire a copy, lock them up, and then basically feed whatever characters you get from summoning. 2-star characters, you get 10 orbs. There's a good bunch of them, so definitely keep a copy of them. 3 stars, on the other hand, you can basically get up to 25 orbs. So yeah, and these characters can be often acquired from summoning and actually acquiring them throughout the story mode and whatever types of points event that you guys actually do. So keep a copy locked, so that way you guys can max them out. 4 stars, on the other hand, they give you out 35 orbs in total. So do keep at least a copy and max them out like always. Now 5 stars, on the other hand, they can only be summoned on. So for whenever a specific banner is out where you want to get your favorite character, you guys have to summon for them. And you can basically get 50 orbs from maxing out the 5-star character. And not only that, but keep in mind that 5-star characters can also be evolved into 6 stars, which is even more orbs, because once you max out a 6-star character, you can get yourself an additional 75 orbs. But wait, let me stop you right there. Older 6-star characters actually have a thing called Resurrection, which is basically a brand new 6-star version that you can get that basically improves the currently existing character stats and skills and actually makes them better. As you guys can see right here, for example, this Nozomi that I don't have here, there is another 6-star version of her. And to get that 6-star version, you need to max out the level and you need to resurrect the character. And once you've resurrected the character, it's basically like as if it's a brand new 6-star, and you can get an additional 75 orbs. So for the new 5-star characters that come out into the game, you can basically get 125 orbs easily from that said character. And as for the older 5 stars that have actually acquired a resurrection, it's 200 orbs. So easy orbs for you guys to acquire. And I'm gonna teach you guys how you can level up the characters that have a low rarity. As for the 5 stars and 6 stars, I will actually do a separate video for that. So getting onto the 4-star characters. As an example, I am going to be maxing out this 4-star Uryu that I have gotten from the points event. And now keep in mind that once you max out a character, you can't do the same exact thing because a badge will appear, meaning that you have already maxed out this type of character, so you will not be able to spam this actual method of being able to get the orbs. Now, of course, before maxing out a character, we need to augment the actual character because each rarity has his own level cap, where the 1-star characters are at level 40, 2-star characters level 50, 3-star characters level 60, 4-star characters level 70, and then the 5-star characters level 100, and the 6-star characters level 200. Now, of course, for 6 stars, it completely changes because you can basically just get the orbs when at level 150. But in case of 4 stars, it's just like level 70, as you guys can see right here. But anyways, the first thing that we need to do is actually augment. Now, for when it comes to augmenting, you basically need to feed in fodder materials or dupes of the same exact character to be able to unlock the level cap. As you can see right here, Uryu's level is capped at 50. All we need to do is feed the dupes to be able to do so. Now, if you have 4 Uryus, now it can be any type of Uryu or it can be the same type. Now, if you have the same type of Uryu, you'll be able to instantly unlock the level cap just like that to level 70, and at the same time also get the special move level increased from level 1 to level 5. Now, this is actually going to be detrimental for 5-star characters, which I will actually explain in the future. And if you happen to not have Uryu, you can still use the other 4-star characters, as you guys can see right here. But as you guys can see, it does take in a lot more characters. Like, it needs to at least have 8 4-star characters to be able to unlock the level cap. And if it's with 3 stars, well, it's gonna take a lot longer, as you guys can see right here. Now, of course, I can't really show it off because right now I don't have that many 3 stars, but you guys get the point. For when it comes to augmenting with 3 stars, it is gonna require you a lot of characters to use. Another thing to note is that when you feed in a character's proper dupes, for example, if you have a Mind Uryu and you're literally feeding in the actual Mind Uryu, you're only going to be getting EXP and not Transcendence points. Now, Transcendence points, these are basically going to be used to reroll the extra stat boost slot for when a 6-star special move level is at 5 out of 5, but I'll go into detail for another video. But for when you augment characters that are different, like for example, if you have an Uryu that happens to be Heartright, you will actually get Transcendence points and also still be able to instantly unlock a level cap. But in cases where Uryu actually has a same type of version as the one that you're trying to level up, well, it's not going to transfer Transcendence points, just like that. It's just going to increase the level cap. But anyways, I'll go into the topic of Transcendence in another video. But for now, let's just go ahead and feed in the 4 stars. And as you guys can see, the level cap will go from level 50 to level 70. Easy. Now, how do we max out Uryu's level? Well, simply put, for when you play the game, obviously, you're going to be getting EXP crystals. Am I right? Well, you just got to go ahead and use them to level up the character. And that's it. That's all you got to actually do. And if you actually happen to be lacking on actual EXP crystals in order to level up the characters, just go onto power up quests and go onto the Cones Bonanza, which allows you to get even more EXP as well as coins for when it comes to link sliding characters and transcending characters, and you can basically get yourself some easy EXP on there. And not to mention, you can also acquire the 4-star cone and the 4-star Leak Orihime from this actual event, so that's even more orbs for you to acquire. And that's basically the method of being able to level up the low rarity characters. Now, for 5 stars and 6 stars, like I said, I will discuss them in a later video because it does require you to do a lot more to actually finish leveling up the characters. But for now, let's just go ahead and go back to the topic of getting more orbs efficiently. Other than that, maxing out characters is the fastest way to get orbs. But are there any other methods of being able to get orbs? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and teach you right now. For example, we can go onto story mode and be able to do a lot of it to the point that you can basically get yourself a good number of orbs. Now keep in mind that once you finish up the story mode, there won't be any more orbs that you can basically gather from, but there is a good bunch of it. Like, you can basically do from part 1 to 13, normal and hard mode. So keep in mind that the orbs do multiply. And if you're done with the main story mode, you can go onto the side stories, where it's basically more stories added in for the game for you to be able to do. Like, it contains stories such as the actual movie arcs, filler arcs from the anime, and of course, the very popular Can't Fare Your Own World novel. So that way you guys can actually play through it. And just like the main story, there is also hard mode, so the orbs do actually multiply from there. Another good way to gather up orbs for beginners is to also do co-op, because you can basically get up to 600 orbs easily, which is basically being able to go up to step 3 of a normal banner that actually has the same step up format. And how you do so is that you basically can get up to 3 orbs for every new player you meet. Now, of course, there is a cap, so once you basically get those 600 orbs, you can't get any more orbs off of co-op in general, but this is a good way to be able to get orbs in general once you start playing it. Like, you can basically do easy stuff like droplet trials, accessory fusion trials, and whatnot, and yeah. Maybe leave out IZ, Enriched Droplet Zone, and the boss rush for like another day, because you guys will not be able to clear this shit, as you do need good characters that are link slotted and have good accessories and whatnot. So I'm gonna leave that for another video on how to build up your characters to be able to take on the harder content in the game. Another good way to get orbs are the limited time quests. Now, these limited time quests are basically quests that are going to stay for a short period of time, and these limited time quests includes points event that basically release from when we get a new banner and lasts for like at least 2.5 weeks until the actual next mid-month or end of the month banner comes out. In this case, we have the 1000 Year Blood War Pieces friend event. Now, here from this friend event, you can basically get yourself a bunch of orbs just by clearing the actual stories, and then you can basically do the extra quests to get a ton of points to get more rewards. Now, keep in mind that points events are going to be using bonus characters, so if you have at least 3 of the bonus characters, you will be able to get extra lottery rewards for every time you do a ×5 run on these actual points events and whatnot, and you do get yourself a good number of rewards from here. Like, you can even get yourself another brand new 4-star, which is easily going to be 35 orbs. You can get 50 more orbs once you hit the 600,000 mark, and once you hit 2 million points, you will be able to get yourself a 5-star ticket and be able to open it and pretty much pull any type of 5-star character that is from the premium pool. Now, it is recommended that you always do these limited time quests, as again, they are only going to be lasting for a really short period of time. And sometimes, for when we actually have anniversaries, celebrations and whatnot, like downloads and whatnot, we actually have these type of special quests that we can actually do. Rookie Special Training Extra and Cone's Mega Bonanza, which allows you to pretty much level up your characters and whatnot, and also get yourself a lot more coins and power hearts for when it comes to, you know, leveling up accessories. Now, it is recommended that you still do this, even if it's once a day. It's still 5 orbs for you guys to be able to acquire and, you know, put as a benefit for your account. And considering we were on the topic of limited time quests, it is also recommended that you actually do the 1000 Year Blood War story, as it's also another good way to be able to get orbs. Now, keep in mind that the actual stories are gonna last until March 31st of next year, so you guys do have a lot of time to be able to complete the 1000 Year Blood War story and be able to get yourself orbs, but it is recommended that you guys still do it. Now, keep in mind that there is no 4-stars that you can actually get from these quests, just 3-star characters at the end of the day, and that's basically another way of getting orbs. Next up are the actual power-up quests, because these power-up quests are really easy quests that anyone can do, and even just having a level 200 character acquired from the Choose a 6-star alone will be able to do it. And as you guys can see, you can basically get yourself a ton of orbs. Like you have Rudack's EXP Crystal Quest, Yukio's Ascension Quest, and even the Frenzy Intensive courses where you can basically get Frenzy materials to level up the Frenzy character that you get from the Frenzy ticket every time you log in for 18 consecutive days in a month, which is always nice. Accessory Training Grounds, slightly harder, but at the end of the day, it's easy orbs that you guys can get from here. And of course, Cone's Bonanza, like I said, you get orbs. And of course, you can basically get orbs from Kisuke's Training Grounds, from basically the crystals, the jewels. The droplet trials are going to be somewhat difficult to do, but it's easy at the end of the day. Just run a character that basically has attribute typing, and there you go. Resurrection trials, same thing, and then this quest is pretty much a joke at the end of the day. Another good way to be able to get orbs are the sub-stories. Now, sub-stories are basically older events that were already previously released into the game that you guys can actually do anytime you guys feel like it, because at the end of the day, there is a good bunch of them. And I can't even count how many there are, and every time you at least complete a sub-story, you do actually get good rewards from them, not just orbs, because you'll be able to get soul tickets, coins, the 4-star character that can be acquired from the actual sub-story, and yeah, pretty much, it's a good number of orbs that you can actually do just by completing these sub-stories at the end of the day. Ranks are also a good way to be able to get orbs. As you guys can see, every time you complete a player rank requirement, you can at least get up to 5 orbs. Once you hit rank 10, you can basically get yourself 25 orbs, which is a very nice single for you to do. Every time you actually hit like the 10 digits, you will be able to get 25 orbs easily, and rank 50 you can basically get yourself easy 50 orbs. Now keep in mind that this is actually quite time consuming, so it is going to take some time for when you start into the game, but take your time with it because these player ranks are not going anywhere. But that being said, it is still recommended that you at least complete the player ranks in order to be able to access harder content in the game like epic raids and whatnot, and even harder content in co-op. Now going back onto the events page, we actually have raids. Now these raids, they give you out a good number of orbs because they are 4-star and 5-star raids. Now 5-star raids, they are going to be somewhat difficult for a beginner, but at the end of the day, it is just recommended to have a level 200 unit that has typing advantage, and you'll be able to clear them easily. Now, for when it comes to doing raids, of course, every type of raid that you do has its own mission. The 5-star raids will basically have up to 3 event quests that you can actually do: Advanced, Expert, and Legend, and you can basically get yourself 15 orbs from this, and you can also get yourself a 5-star raid character. And keep in mind that raid characters, just like normal 5-stars, they give out orbs. However, raid characters are only meant to unlock a 6-star character's skill, so you can't evolve these raid characters into 6-stars. Now the 4-star raids, on the other hand, they only actually have 2 event quests. So yeah, it's a bit less orbs from here, but what can you guys expect? It's a 4-star raid event. And of course, you do get the actual 4-star raid character for you guys to go ahead and max out and pick up the orbs. So in total, it's basically about 45 orbs for when you complete an actual 4-star raids missions, and for maxing out the actual 4-star character. And for 5-star raids, it's pretty much a total of 65 orbs from just doing the event quests, and of course maxing out the actual 5-star raid character. Now keep in mind that they can't be evolved into 6-stars. Now from here on out, we're going to be diving into harder content areas, so this is basically going to be events where you actually need to have yourself characters that are level 200 and have good accessories and a bit of link slotting here and there, like especially for the Transcendence Trials. Now, of course, the actual Transcendence Trials, once you beat them, you basically get yourself 5 orbs easily, but you need to actually link slot a character at 555 in order to be able to attempt the quest to begin with. And sometimes you need to also abide by the rules, as sometimes some Transcendence Trials will actually have ranged resistance or melee resistance, meaning that you can't use melee, sometimes you can't use ranged, so you need to actually link slot a good number of characters. So yeah, that being said, don't worry about the Transcendence Trials because you guys want to focus on being able to get orbs in order to summon for the characters that you guys want. And of course there's Enriched Droplet Zone and Inheritance Zone, where it's basically content where it at least requires you to have a level 200 character with good accessories. Now these events right here, they do give out tickets and a good number of orbs, but it's not as hard as Inheritance Zone, because these are basically the equivalent of being able to do a 5-star raid, so don't worry too much about the actual difficulty because it's not that hard to be able to clear. And even then, these events do offer a good number of orbs to basically pick up and save up for whenever you guys need to summon on your favorite characters. Now another way to get orbs is Chronicle quests, but this is a really difficult type of event for you guys to do because it literally requires for you to actually have bonus characters and characters that are basically linked to the actual story. Like for example, part 1, you're gonna need to use characters like Ichigo, Rukia, Chad, Uryu, and Orihime to even advance. And if you guys don't have a type of bonus character, you will need to repeat the consecutive events multiple times in order to be able to unlock the next part of the actual Chronicle quests. And as you guys can see right here, it does require you to at least have characters that can increase the amount of fragments that you can actually get, which is a really big pain for you guys to be able to do. And part 2 just requires even more characters and whatnot, so yeah. Now keep in mind that for when you guys complete Chronicle quests, there is an exchange shop that you can go into for when it comes to buying out fragments and whatnot. And you can basically get yourself Transcendence Scrolls for when it comes to transcending characters. But here's another good part. You can basically get yourself 50 orbs from part 1. Now part 2, you can't really exchange any orbs, but on part 1, you need to basically get yourself a good number of fragments to at least be able to get these 50 orbs right here. Now up next is the actual Senkaimon quests. Now Senkaimon quests are basically towers that you can do. You basically start from the bottom and climb all the way up to the top, and you can basically get yourself a good number of rewards, which basically include orbs, 4-star characters, Hogyokus, skill keys, a lot of stuff that you can actually get. However, Senkaimon quests is a really hard mode because it literally requires you to have a good box of characters, and sometimes there are even floors where it requires you to use specific characters in order to be able to clear. So this is something that I don't advise doing yet because this is actually really hard to do, especially more so for the extreme towers where it includes Path of Valor and Tower of Ordeals, because this is extremely hard content for you guys to do right here, and I don't recommend you guys do it yet until you get yourself more characters to 200 and you basically can get yourself some good accessories in characters that are link slotted and whatnot. Up next are Epic Raids. Now Epic Raids 2 is a type of hard content for you guys to be able to do, as it does require you to use, like Chronicle quests, bonus characters. If you guys don't have the characters, you can basically resort to the times 1.5 bonus characters, where they still do damage but do actually give out less rewards because it's only 25% as opposed to 50%. But that being said, for Epic Raids, you guys may want to contact some friends that are actually veterans to the game and know what to do, so that way you guys can be able to clear the Epic Raids, because Epic Raids in general, they do offer a good number of orbs. Now for when you do the normal Epic Raid that comes out every time we do get a brand new Epic Raid, like for example Grimjow, you can basically get 100 orbs from clearing this Epic Raid alone. And you can also get yourself other rewards such as Transcendence Scrolls, tickets, and whatnot, and even more stuff. And then we have the Awakened part, which is slightly harder than the normal Epic Raid, and you can basically get yourself up to 200 orbs, and you can also get yourself a 5-star ticket. So even more chances of being able to pull for characters that are in the premium pool. But that being said, this is also really hard content that it's gonna take some time to do. And up next, another good way to get orbs is PvP. Well, not really the actual in-game mode, because the rewards are pretty much junk for when it comes to actually doing it. And don't mind my seat in PvP, because I'm actually slacking in PvP on purpose because I'm not too bothered about it. But more so the medal exchange, because the medal exchange offer you a wide variety of characters that you can actually purchase, and it only costs 800 medals to be able to get a 5-star character, and they can be evolved to 6-star, so you can basically get yourself a character and get yourself easy 125 orbs for you guys to save up on for when it comes to summoning on characters. And if you guys can't afford to get 5-star characters, 4-star characters are also available for you guys to buy, as they're half the price, and you can basically get yourself 35 orbs from these characters very easily and whatnot. Now keep in mind that to do PvP and get up to the higher ranks, you need to actually have characters that are good for the PvP meta and are transcended and whatnot. It's a big hassle, but even just doing the lower seats, you guys can still be able to pull it off, stack up some medals, and be able to buy the actual characters. And of course, for when you run out of characters to get that are new, just go on to others, and then you can basically stack up some medals to get some orbs. But the amount of medals that you need is, so I don't recommend picking up orbs from the actual medal exchange, and I recommend more so to pick up the characters, as they're easier to get the orbs from. Now up next, another good way to be able to pick up orbs is actually doing guild quests, and you can still get orbs even without being able to clear the actual guild quest. Now keep in mind that it is very RNG heavy to even get the actual orbs in and of itself, even for when it comes to getting the weekly rewards, because I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys in a quick second what you can basically get for the rewards. Alright guys, so here we are in the actual guild quest rewards. Now here, these are basically going to be the weekly rewards that you can get for when you guys are in certain guild rankings and whatnot. So for C League, for when you're actually down in the starting point, being C League rating 3, you can basically only get yourself between these type of rewards, 5 or 3 orbs. That being said, it is recommended that you actually have a consistent guild to be able to climb the ranks and be able to get more rewards. Now keep in mind that it is very RNG heavy, because sometimes you will not be able to get the orbs and whatnot. But that being said, the higher you are on guild quests, the more the odds are likely of being able to get really good rewards. And the best place to basically be able to even get rewards right now are pretty much S rank, even though right now for guild quests it is a very big whale fest, and there are also a ton of modded guilds that are pretty much ruining the game and not making guild quests as enjoyable, meaning that getting to S rank is actually going to be hard, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass, trust me. So yeah, don't worry about this shit and whatnot. So yeah, just focus on getting to A rank. As you guys can see, you can get some really good rewards from this. But now for the wave reward, which is basically when you actually do guild quests. Here, the possibilities are really damn nice, because for the waves, hold on, let's just go and show you guys this. Once you clear wave 1 of the guild quests, you basically have good odds to get between 5 orbs, 1 orb, or 2 orbs. Then once you clear wave 2, you can basically have the chance to basically get the same thing. Wave 3, on the other hand, same thing. Wave 4, on the other hand, here is where the orbs are going to start to increase, where you actually have the odds of getting between 5, 10, or 25 orbs, which is really damn nice. And for when you clear up to wave 5, same thing. And all waves cleared rewards, you can basically get between 25 or 10, which is overall really good, and that is why I still recommend you guys to do guild quests. It's not a lot of orbs, but at the end of the day, once you guys hit the in-game point of your account, guild quests will be a good mode to do for being able to get orbs. It's not a lot, but it's still something. Now, before I actually go ahead and end the video, whatever you guys do not pick up free orbs, because you basically go onto the TAPJOY service of the game, where you basically need to do extra shit and whatnot, and for the most part, it's a big scam. I highly advise not to touch this button. Stay the away from it. Just pretend as if the button doesn't exist. That is all. Now, I hope this part of the beginner's guide did actually give you guys a bit of info on what you guys should actually do for when it comes to grinding orbs and whatnot. My best advice right now would be to basically max out characters and focus on limited time quests where they only last for a really short period of time, and from there you just work on your count and basically get orbs as you do harder content in the game and whatnot. It is very hard to start the game at first, but you will be successful if you actually do put in the work into your account and be consistent. So yeah, that concludes part 1 of the Revamped Beginner's Guide. Next time, I will see you guys all for when it comes to leveling up the actual 5 stars and 6 star characters, as it is going to be very fundamental, as the game mainly consists of using 6 star characters. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys like this video, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. This has been your boy the Death Smasher, and I am signing out. Peace out, lads.